Okay, today is July 10th, 2022. And I'm sitting here with Faye and Mom and Becky, and we just had lunch. I guess you call it lunch, kind of late in the day for that. But I thought it'd be fun just to have you two say hello and just each one of you tell a little story from your past that's funny.
Right after you sing a little.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you actually the singing skill was with Mom and Dad, and then it skipped me and went to Dallas.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
So with that, we'll skip the singing from me. But Faye, why don't you tell us a funny story from your past that just
That's hard.
and if you like, you could even just tell the one about the possum and Guff.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I have to think about it a minute.
I'm putting you on the spot, I know.
Yeah, you should have
But-
given me a warning this morning. I could have prepared for it.
This is nothing formal. It's just all fun, right? So,
I'm just trying to think of some funny stories that I
well, tell the one about when Guff was dreaming.
Guff was streaming.
Yeah, and he mistook you.
Yes, I woke me up and he was flinging his arm over and hitting me, and I. Yeah.
And what did you think when that in the middle of the night, right? What time of night was that?
I didn't know what it was. It scared me, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm trying to get that possum." And I knew then, at least I was hoping then that he was dreaming, but I'm not so sure.
Did he have a lot of dreams that he would be
He
like sleepwalking kind of stuff, or?
I don't remember him sleepwalking, but he would see people standing next to the bed and that type of thing.
Really?
Yeah, and one night.
And would it seem like he was awake?
Yes, I thought he was awake.
Were his eyes open?
Yes.
And what did he do? Like you said, he saw a lady there and asked you if you saw her?
Well, he just said, where did she go? And I said, who? And he said, that woman. And I said, what woman? And he said, the one that was standing there at the end of the bed. And I said, there wasn't anybody there. Yes, there was. He was thoroughly convinced that had been a woman standing there at the end of the bed. And then he laid back down and went right back to sleep, and I was awake for a good
Then you
long.
couldn't sleep. Now you're looking for some strange woman, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Who's in my room? Well, Mom, how about you?
Well, I just remember Carol and I getting on one horse, and the horse got spooked and took off flying. And I had
This was in Tennessee.
Yes, and I had a fall on the back of my head, and it came off and plopped right in her face.
Wait a minute, what was on the back of your head?
A hairpiece.
They called it a fall.
Fall.
I didn't know what a fall was.
And it covered her whole face, and that horse was running wild, and we were screaming bloody murder.
Well, but your story, I think, was when you guys got in trouble when you had ketchup and a knife.
Oh,
Why don't you tell that story?
I put ketchup on Carol's arm and told her to go in and show Daddy that she got cut. And she did. It scared him to death, and he took off after. He realized what it was and took off after her. And she said, "Gail did it. Gail did it."
So you got in trouble for that.
Oh yeah, we got in trouble.
You didn't get any trouble. You didn't do anything.
No, well, he got mad at us, and then I got in bad trouble one time.
He never hit you with a hairbrush.
Well, one time Peggy and Floyd, their friends, were coming from Texas, and I told their little boy, Jimmy, that they didn't really want them to come. And that time I got whipped with a strap that you could do your razor.
Oh.
Yes, they used to do that.
And he kept saying, "This hurts me as much as it does you." Wow.
You weren't so sure about that, were you?
No, that was horrible.
Tell Faye the time about Dad and he dropped, was it a milk jar coming in the house with it, and Mamaw?
Yeah, you know how they used to deliver milk at the door when they bought. He picked one up and dropped it.
Was it a glass jar?
Yeah. And she hit him with a poker from the
His
house.
mother.
Oh my goodness.
And he still had a scar where she hit
How
him.
old was he?
Oh, probably 7. Just a little boy.
Goodness.
And then she made him go in the garage or bedroom and
She makes him
read.
go in the garage and read his Bible for hours if he did anything wrong.
Oh my goodness, and she hit him
She
with a
was
poker.
character.
Thought that was okay.
That's why he always called her Hitler's first sergeant. Of course, he thought his dad, was the right hand of God and just as a good guy.
Joanne and her two sisters were coming home from school. And
Nell.
They were dreading going home because they'd get spanked bad if one of them got a B. And so they were scared to go home, and Papa came by, and they told him they didn't want to go because they knew they'd get beat. So he walked in the house, and he told his wife, I took care of it. I took care of it. You don't have to.
Now, Dad always told the story that they were both valedictorians for their school. And he goes, he was auditorium. What else was like that? What about Glenn? Was there any ever funny stories with him?
No, except when we had a fire in a house on Pirate
Oh,
Road.
man, I remember that
The
fire.
kitchen TV caught on fire. It burst. It was old, and it exploded.
It had instant on feature, and that instant on failed and caused a fire.
And it set the cabinets on fire. And Glenn was absolutely crazy worried about the children. He kept screaming, "Where's the kids?" And I said, "They're okay." He had on red underwear and was running all over.
And then stupid underwear was almost see-through, and he had some apple with a bite out of it on his butt tattoo.
Anyway, he was screaming almost all to pieces. About that time, Debbie came up the back steps with a garbage can of water and put the fire out.
No, that's not what happened. Let me tell you what happened. 'Cause I went out back. Yeah, I went out back. Debbie was trying to fill a garbage can with the hose, and so she could try to carry it up the stairs to the second floor. I said, Debbie, let's just take the hose up the stairs. So we took the hose up and then put the fire out. But she was trying to fill a garbage can up, and then have to carry that and go dump it. I said, no.
And Lisa was driving in her car, and she had one of those police scanners. And they mentioned there was a fire at 4 Pine and Hunt. She said, "That's my dad's house." So it scared her to death.
I guess so.
And wouldn't you know, it was, we had that, and then it wasn't long we were going to be moving to Smithfield. And Rodney and I had a tent, and we set up a tent at Christmas time. On the property. They bought the land, they hadn't built anything yet. And so we camped over there at Christmas, and we had just gotten 22 rifles at Christmas and had a bunch of bullets, and packed rounds of 100 or 200. And we had set muskrat traps because, we used to make some extra money trapping muskrats. So the next morning, we had made a fire, and we went out to go check our traps, and we let the fire die back down. It was away from the tent. The fire was a good ways away. And so we go out in the creek, which was down a hill and toward the back. And all of a sudden we hear, pow, 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 pow. And we turn around and look, and there was black smoke coming up from where our tent was. And we couldn't see the tent because it was up above us, right? Because we're down a hill by the creek in the marsh. And so we both go heading back up there, running fast we could. And the tent was on fire. And there was the fire was here in one spot, and probably 25 feet away was the tent. And there was a direct line from the fire to the tent, as if somebody had taken some accelerant and put it on the tent and just poured it all the way over to the fire.
You think they did?
Oh, I think it was those neighbors. Remember, Glenn bought that house from the guy next door, and the guy had 2 kids in that house, and I guess he was put in jail because he got in trouble, if you remember. Mm-hmm. He was caught working on a ship that had coffee beans or something like that, and he was cutting the bags open and then stealing the beans, and acting if they were like spillage, right? And he would take that. Anyway, he got in trouble over that. And so when those boys had to leave and they were foreclosing on that house, they go in to clean it out, and they just took the mattress from upstairs and threw it out the window, and like bat flew out or birds flew out or something. It was that bad in that place. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we were lucky we didn't get shot by one of those bullets because the tent was on fire, and there's rounds, 22 rounds, and our gun. All that stuff got burned up. And so you guys, Mom, had a claim with your insurance for the kitchen and that little tent fire, which wasn't that much, right? It was our 22s and the tent and so forth. It wasn't a lot of money. But your insurance canceled you after that. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
2 claims
Isn't that terrible?
after all those years.
My mess in my kitchen caused mine to go up $60.
Well, yeah. It doesn't matter how long you
I
had it.
know.
And how long you paid on it. We were like that in
And it
Alabama.
happened 4 months ago, and they haven't done one thing. I still don't have a kitchen floor.
Oh, my
You're getting close, but all right. So you just got back from Sanibel Island. That was your bucket list, right? And did you enjoy it?
Oh my gosh, yes. The best place I've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the water was clear, wasn't it?
Gorgeous, beautiful.
And Lainey, you said she won some
She won
dance competitions.
Colgate Smile.
Colgate Smile.
And they won something else in that competition that was wonderful.
Awesome, awesome.
So proud.
great.
Well, I just wanted to get the little video of you guys together because I don't think I have one of the two of you kind of talking, and I thought that'd be fun to capture. And
Yeah, we want to edit.
you want to edit?
Yeah.
Well, do you have Becky? Do you have any cucumbers for Faye?
I need them, but I don't want them.
Faye was asleep on the couch one day with 2 cucumbers over her eyes, and I took a picture of it.
He's never forgotten it.
Oh, so you guys, you're heading back to Ohio tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And Mom, you just got back from vacation, so you're happy to be home now, right, for a little while?
Yeah, but I gotta leave again.
Yeah, heading to Tennessee. Well, we're going to sign off on that, and I want to thank you for the little video and say hello to everybody real quick.
Hello and goodbye.
All right, thank you.